Hey, good morning, everybody. Aloha Thursday, right? We got another page out of the book. We are cruising through chapter 3, right? Getting ready to take a test next week, right? Finish up next week strong, working hard all the way through that finish line. And then after next Friday, you will get 16 days off. Okay, so let's work hard here, okay? 3.2.3 in the book. Okay, problems 3-118 to 3-122. Who we're going to be today? You don't know this guy, Ed Jacopi. He was my high school basketball coach. I went to Casa Grande in Petaluma. If you ever go to that gymnasium at Casa Grande, the gymnasium is actually named after him now. Ed Jacobi Gymnasium. Anyway, give a little props to him. He's passed away, but he's a good guy. All right, what do we got here? It is December 10th. Wow, double digits. 2020. Okay, can't wait for 2020 to be hindsight. Now, what did I forget as part of this heading, right? You want to get the easiest 3 points, right? And I'm writing the problem numbers even. But there's something missing from this heading that you want to make sure you put on a heading in every paper, not just math and science. If you said the class and teacher, yes, very good. Okay, not science. This is math. Let's say math. Let's say fourth period. And this is going to be a paper from Ms. Hong's class, right? Okay. All right. Open that book up. Let's see where we're at. 3.2.3. Man, page 150, 151 in the book. Right? Review and preview. Review and preview, that's where we do it. And when I flip the page, there's one more lesson, 3.2.4, and then closure, right? So we go today, probably Monday we'll do 3.2.4, and then it's closure. That's finishing up the chapter. So why am I saying that? Because there's not a lot of time to retake any tests or anything. So I want you to make sure that you're asking your teacher for help on some of these problems. Okay, if you need any at all. Remember, coming to ask us teachers for help is like giving us cookies. Now, these problems here, some of you are going to think, oh man, this is so easy. And some of you are going to be thinking, that doesn't look that easy to me. Mr. Daniel, you're not leaving any space to show your work on these. You should always leave space to show your work, right? But I got to tell you guys something. Some of your classmates know something you don't. What do they know that you don't? Well, it's those kids with integrity. Those kids with integrity on this know something you don't. This is just all a bunch of math problems, right? All right, figure out the answer to all those. Now, why am I not going to help you figure out the answer on those? Because if you did what you were supposed to and did the warm-up yesterday, look at that. 8.23 plus 10.9, negative 6, minus 9. All these problems were done on the warm-up yesterday. So, if you want those answers, you got them. Go to look at your warm-up. Ooh, you didn't write them down? You didn't do the warm-up? Oh, man, you should be kicking yourself now. Well, go do the warm-up now. You can still do it. Go watch the video, figure out the answers, and then you'll be rewarded. Just like the other part of the warm-up. Yesterday's math homework, 6/7 minus 1/4. 7/12 minus 1/3. 4/5 minus 3/8. Right? 7/9 minus 1. Yeah, all of these problems were done for you in the warm-up. Okay? When I say do the warm-up and the homework's easy, I ain't lying. All right, 119, solve the number puzzles below. I love puzzles. All right, A, if I add 9 to my number, I get 6. What's the number? Your number plus 9 equals 6. How can that be? I mean, if it was 0 and I added 9, it's going to be 9. That's bigger. So it's got to be less than 0. It's got to be less than 0. Try putting that on a number line. Putting the 6 on there. And go backwards. Go back 9 spaces and see where you end up. All right, B. If I start at -5 on a number line and I end up at -8, what direction did I move? -5, and I went to -8, and they said make a number line. All right, so -5, -8, so let's put 0 over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's -5. 1, 2, 3, -6, -7, -8, right? All right, you figure out that. I give you a big enough of a hint. All right, because the next question, though, is how many units did I move? All right, if I moved up 8 and then down 8, what can you tell me about my ending position? So up 8, that's like a positive 8. Down 8 is like a -8. Okay, so you start somewhere and you go up 8, then you go down 8. Where do you end up? That's what they're asking. All right, and you're going to have to write your answer in words on that. All right. All right, 120. You can see the examples below that not all the numbers increase by 1 unit. Okay, so this we got to figure out what's going on here. What are these intervals? Okay, and I got an A, B, C, and D. Let's see if I can fit all of these on this last page here. Okay. Excuse me. Ooh, that's a scary sound during this pandemic, huh? Here's someone sneezing and they got running the other way. Yeah, he sneezed, run. Zombies. All right, so let's go here. So I want my intervals to be the same. That means the space should be the same. So I'm start with -4, no, sorry, -6, -4, -2, 0. You figure out the next few. Okay. On this one, I'm starting at -15, and then I go to -10. And then I got, let's look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces in between the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces. So this is where 20 is. Okay, I think you're going to figure that one out too. Here, I got a line, a little notch, and I don't have a number there. And then I have -7. And then I have 0. And then I got, looks like 2 notches before I have 21, and then they want me to figure out 1 past that. Okay, so here I have something there, then I have a -2000, then I have 0, and then they wanted me to figure out 2 more. Okay, I think these are fun to play with. No one likes to have a puzzle solved for them. That's no fun, right? Remember, where do they put the puzzles in the store? On the toy aisle, right? There's a reason for that. Puzzles are fun. All right, we're doing 3-121 now, so let's go ahead and switch over here so you can see the paper. 3-121, it says a triangular flower bed, a space for planting flowers, needs a thin metal border all around it. The sides are 7 feet by 7 feet by 6 feet by 9 feet. All right, so we're going to draw a little. Okay. And let's sort of make it like this. Let's say the smallest one, that is 6. The longest one is 9. And then the middle one is 7. Okay, so that works. Yeah, I mean, you could have drawn another triangle. What's it called when the triangle has 3 different sides? Scalene. That's a scalene triangle. Okay, so I gotta have this metal border that goes here and all the way here and all the way here, all the way around it. What's the word for that when I'm getting the distance all the way around something? Yeah, the perimeter. They want to know how many feet of border should be bought. All right, we drew the picture, and you just need to get the perimeter. Add up all the way around. Okay. And if borders cost $8.75 per yard, and only whole numbers of yards can be purchased, how much would the border cost? Now, what you have to be careful of here is we didn't get yards, did we? We got feet. Okay, so you have to go figure out 3 feet equals 1 yard. Now, if you don't have that memorized yet, then when you make your flashcards to practice your facts like this, 4 times 3, what's on the other side? Right? And you have your flashcards, you should also make one like this. 1 yard equals how many feet? Okay? And on the other side, it should say 3 feet equals 1 yard. Okay? That should be one of your flashcards if you don't have that memorized. That's one that you just need to know. Okay? So go learn it. All right. So know that we're dealing with yards, and then know also that what if it was 5 feet was your final answer? I know it's not going to be 5 feet because each of these is bigger. How many yards would you have to buy? Well, you have to buy 2, right? Because 2 yards is 6 feet. You can't buy 1 and part, right? They only sell it in whole yards, okay? So those are 2 hints for you on that one. 3.122. This is what they call a 4-quadrant grid. We have done graffiti worksheets, and all of our numbers were in this, they call it the first quadrant. Now, why do they call it 1 here? Why do they go counterclockwise when they get to the 2? Why do they use Roman numerals when they do this? I don't know, but they consistently do. Okay? So, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm just going to go to 7. Actually, I'm going to go to 5 because that's more of a round number for me. -5 over here, right? I'll put the notches all the way to 7. -5 down here. Okay? Now remember, when you get coordinates, you go over first. That's the x. This is the x-axis. And then you go up. Now, you're still going to write this to remind yourself whenever you do problems like this. But now for your over, you're going to have arrows going both ways. I put a little negative here, positive there. And up, you're going to have the arrow go up or down, positive on the top, negative on the bottom. Okay? Now, one more thing that will help me. When you get these quadrants set up, think about the coordinates that are going to go here. It's always going to be a positive number followed by a positive number. Think about the coordinates over here. I go to the left first, then I go up. To the left is negative. So I have a negative number and then a positive number for the second. It's going to be over here. Now, think about numbers down here. Both of those are negative. So if both of my numbers are negative, it's going to be in the bottom left-hand corner of your page. And here, I go over to the right first, that's positive, but then I go down. So if the first number is positive, the second number is negative, It's got to go here. You should write these things on your picture. You should have quadrant 1. Remember, they're called quadrants. What does quad mean? Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Right? A quad, okay, has 4 wheels. It's like a dirt bike with 4 wheels, right? Quadrant means you're dividing it in 4. Quarter, Q-U-A. 4 quarters in a dollar, right? That's what quad means. All right, so they already told you that A is at -4, 3. I went to the left, 2, 3, 4, that's negative. And then up 3, because that's positive. 1, 2, 3. And that's A. Okay, now you have to figure out where's B. It looks like it's -3 and then down -3, right? That's B. Okay, and C looks like it's over 2 and down -6. All right, so based on that, I think you can do this, and guess what that means? If you can do this, then we can get some more of these. These are kind of fun, right? But instead of just having them like that, we have some that have the same pictures, but they're negative. And we got 24 of these guys, so we can get you some new pictures, but we can do them with negative numbers. Kind of fun to play with. All right? All right, that should get you started. Sorry for talking too much and making this long. Have a good day, everybody. Remember, if you start this early, you go see your teacher between 2:30 and 3, you can get help on any you're having trouble with.